Hey everyone, welcome back to Cosmic Moon Tarot. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, I will have my contact information in the description box below. So alright, let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be a pick a stone reading so that you're able to get a message or advice from your higher self. If you do need more time, please feel free to pause the video and I will put the timestamps for each of the stones below. This is going to be stone 1. This is going to be stone 2. And this is going to be stone 3. Alright, let's go ahead and get started, guys. And once again, this is for stone 1. Thank you, ancestors. Spirit guides to allow me to connect with the individuals that have chosen stone 1. Can you please get a direct message or advice from their higher selves? Looking for a message from their higher selves for the ones that chose stone 1. Thank you, spirits. Alright, guys, so it's a couple of different messages and one for the ones that chose stone 1. So the first message that I got is this. So this message to me is indicating that your higher self is trying to tell you that there's someone else that you're dealing with that is kind of being aggressive and being strong and standing their ground and trying to push for a commitment with you, okay? They're trying to push for you guys to take your relationship to the next level. And I do feel like that spirit is giving you guys that are in this situation, or your higher self, excuse me, is telling you that it's perfectly a good idea to accept the offer. Although they may be going about it, a little bit strong-willed and strong-headed. Their heart is in the right place, and this is the energy surrounding the relationship that you guys have the potential to have. So your higher self is telling you that it is okay for those of you that are in that situation. I don't feel like that applies to everyone, but I do feel like that's going to apply to some of you that chose stone 1. Okay, now for the others of you that chose stone 1, which I feel like is going to be the majority of you guys, this was the message that is for you. So it looks like you have been helping someone, and you may have started helping them like over a year ago. You've been putting in some time to help this other person, okay? And you are just kind of wondering whether or not what the help that you've given them is making any difference, or if you're just wasting your time. This is a message from your higher self to let you know the person is going through a transformation, okay? It is caterpillar energy though, so they are going to inch along little by little to become the butterfly, for them to fully transform. However, your higher self is telling you to not stop helping them. You may have to adjust and change the way that you help them, just to make sure that you're not draining too much from yourself and taking too much from yourself. But your higher self is advising for you to continue helping this being, or continue, for some of you, it's a situation that you're putting yourself into. Because some of you might be helping multiple people, mentoring multiple people, or being of assistance to multiple people. But your help and assistance and guidance that you've been giving has not been in vain, okay? There is a transformation that is in the process of taking place. Your higher self just wants you to be patient, make adjustments if necessary to how you administer that guidance and minister that assistance. But your higher self does not want you to give up or stop, okay? The reason being, I feel, is because you have made a commitment to this situation, okay? It's deeper than just, I'm just buying them lunch every day, or, something that's on the surface, it just seems like it's trivial. No, the reason being is that you've made a commitment, a spiritual commitment with your soul, and this situation of the other person, to help them and to be there for them, okay? And so spirit wants you to know that by you keeping your higher self, excuse me, I want you to know that by you keeping up with your end of the agreement, by you living up to your commitment, what's going to happen is you're going to ascend spiritually, okay? You're going to have a deeper connection with your intuition, with your higher self. You guys will be able to, channel direct messages from your higher self a lot easier without there being so much of a delay between you receiving those messages, or static, between you hearing and understanding the messages. Finishing this journey and completing this journey and helping them is going to be what allows you to strengthen your connection with your higher self. Now, for the other people that I feel like is a small amount that your higher self is advising you to accept, this offer of a commitment, I feel like by you guys accepting this offer of a commitment with the person that's kind of being aggressive by asking for it and pushing for it, you're actually living up to your contract and your agreement, with this situation and with that person, but it's also on a spiritual soul level, okay? And so by you committing to this person and committing to this situation that's being offered to you aggressively, it is going to allow you guys to spiritually grow as well. It will be in a slightly different way, but it's still going to be a spiritual growth nonetheless, okay? So that is for the people that chose stone 1. That is your message from your higher self and your advice from your higher self, okay? Now, for the ones that chose stone 2. All right. Ancestors. So, allow me to move with the energy of the individuals that have chosen stone 2. What is the message or advice from their higher self for the people that chose stone 2? What is the message or advice that they need to know from their higher self right now? Thank you. I'm feeling a lot of you guys that chose stone 2 might be a little confused. I might be feeling a little scatterbrained right now, because of the confusion that's over some of you guys. Yeah. Okay. So advice on how to do this last thing. Advice for the higher self on how to do this. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty clear. All right. So right now, the advice from your higher self, they want you to realize that a lot of you guys are in a situation where you're taking a lot of shit to make someone else happy, to make someone else feel confident, to make someone else feel, not insecure, but to feel, like they have a high sense of self-esteem and security in dealing with you. But by doing that, you're taking a lot of shit, okay? You're taking a lot of stuff that you guys don't necessarily deserve to have to deal with. Your message from your higher self is definitely to not do that anymore. To realize that you love this person. You are you know, highly connected to this person. However, you're no longer seeing eye to eye on this connection that you guys share, this love connection that you guys share. You're not seeing things from the same page or the same viewpoint. And I feel like your higher self is saying that you have stuck it out for as long as you can. It has nothing to do with you, being a fair weather person, and not, loyal, or, through thick and thin, or however you want to explain it. I feel like you have done all of that and some, most of you, okay? And your higher self is coming to you to let you know that you have to learn how to say enough is enough. You have to learn how to call a spade and realize when you're no longer seeing eye to eye with a person, and when a love situation has become toxic and not good for you, okay? Um, so the final part of your message is just, again, reaffirming that with the reverse commitment, okay? So it's asking you to reverse the commitment that you've made with this person, okay? They also, your higher self also wants you to know that, yes, by you reversing this commitment, it is going to affect a lot of people, but your higher self feels like you think that it's going to affect everyone in a negative way, when actually by you freeing yourself from this situation, freeing yourself from this commitment that is no longer yours to be committed to, you're actually going to open up yourself to a happier vibration. And by doing that, the effect that happens to everyone else that's a part of your puzzle is going to be for them to feel better and more happy as well. Okay? Some of you guys are feeling like people are going to be disappointed, or, just kind of looking at you like, oh, even if it's not, they're going to look at you like, oh man, you're back without a relationship, you're back single again, or whatever. But that's not the case. The people that are around you, that are part of your puzzle, that are truly a part of your puzzle and are that close to your energy set, and are really your people, your tribe, they just want you to be happy. But I feel like a lot of them, don't feel like it's their place to speak on your connection with this person. They don't feel like it will be well received or accepted, so they just rather not say anything at all, because they don't want to upset you and not be allowed to be close to you anymore. So your higher self is coming to you today and telling you this difficult message that these people that are close to you don't feel like they can tell you, because they don't want to hurt you and they don't want for you to push them away. So your higher self is saying, I be damned, you can, push me away all you want to, but I'm coming through on this reading to let your ass know that, you need to free yourself from this situation. You need to move on and know that there's better for you, okay? So that is for the people that chose stone 2. That is your message again from your higher self, advice from your higher self, okay? And one last thing is that I was speaking a lot to a love relationship, like with a person, but this could also apply to a love relationship where you have like a relationship with your job, a job that you really love, or activity that you really love, and for whatever reason, it has now become, a source of contention and a problem for you, okay? So it could apply to those type of relationships as well. I feel like you guys who chose that stone, you know exactly what relationship to what person, place, or thing that it is, okay? All right, moving on. This is going to be for the people that chose stone 3. All right, so those who chose stone 3, thank you for allowing me to connect with the people with energy that have chosen stone 3. If you could please give me advice or a direct message from their higher self. What is the advice or direct message from their higher selves? This is for the individuals that have chosen stone 3. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, higher self. Okay. I want to come out with it. Wow, okay. Can you clarify that last one for me as well, please? Alright, thank you. Alright, guys, so this is for the guys that have chosen stone 3, or the individual that have chosen stone 3. So, for you all, I am feeling like your higher self wants to let you know, because I feel like a lot of you guys have recently been getting a lot of spiritual knowledge, spiritual information that you didn't have before in the past, and you've been kind of hesitant to move forward with the information. So this is you being hesitant to move forward with the information, and this is you receiving information like, really moths are led by the moon. They're led by their intuition, okay? So I feel like you guys can feel like you're embodying this moth energy, but you are kind of hesitant to move forward because you're afraid that you're not being led by the moon, by your intuition, that maybe you're just being a moth to a flame. Your higher self wants you to know that these, downloads that you're getting from your higher self and from your spirit guides, your intuition speaking to you, these are direct channeled messages from your higher self, direct channeled messages from your spirit guides, okay? And so you can listen to them. You can trust them. This is what your higher self is screaming for you to do. I can barely get my words out because they're literally screaming at me, telling you guys to listen to these messages. They sent them damn messages. So, listen to these messages because these are gifts. These are gifts from your higher self. These are gifts from your spirit guides. And they want you to stop hesitating about listening to them, okay? The reason why I feel like they're screaming at you is because I feel like by you guys not listening to the messages, you are neglecting your contract that you have with yourself, with, this life that you are living here. You're neglecting that contract. Okay? And by you neglecting it, you're actually getting in the way of your abundance coming, because this is your abundance coming. Your higher self is saying, get out of your own way, essentially. Get out of your own way. Stop doubting your gifts. Stop doubting these channeled messages. It's this direct line and connection that you have with your higher self and your spirit guides. Stop doubting it and start listening to it, because once you do, you can get out of your own way and allow for all of the abundance that is, supposed to be in your life to arrive. It's going to be material, success and security. But it's also going to be a strength and a spiritual discernment that, like you've never known before. Okay. You are going to be able to tap into messages from your higher self and messages from your spirit guides, okay, that are going to just give you so much knowledge. The final part of the message is there may be some commitments and things that you're involved with that are actually also getting in the way of you being able to move forward, okay? Of you being able to, listen to your higher self and listen to the messages that you're getting, is because, it's possible that someone that you're closely dealing with or a situation that you're closely involved in may be contradicting the fact that you could even be receiving messages from your higher self. Like, I feel like this person or this place, like it could be like a job that you go to, or it could be a person that you're dating or something that you're committed to, but it's like they're kind of making fun of, or just kind of like shitting on the idea that you could be this spiritual and be able to have access to so much information. And so it's just furthering the energy of where you're feeling hesitant to move forward with and acknowledge these gifts and to live up to your contract that you have in this life, okay? And so your higher self is bringing light to that and telling you to stop letting these people, these situations that, your 3D self is involved in, make you feel like your higher self doesn't exist and that you're not directly tapped into your higher self, because you are. Once you are able to realize that and acknowledge that, you're going to remove so many roadblocks between yourself, your higher self, and your spirit guides, and also yourself. Between you receiving those messages clearly, you're gonna unblock that. You're gonna unblock that altogether, and then not only are you gonna unblock that, but they're going to deliver, a bevy of abundance to you in every different way possible, is what I'm feeling. Okay, so that was the message from your higher self for the people that have chosen stone 3. I do hope that this video helped you guys, and that you enjoyed it. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace and prosperity.